Radio the Hotties, the best and hottest Indian radio network in the entire world.
Mahima Creations
Proudly present Premier Evening Drive Time Show. Bam bam.
Yes, you heard it right.
Bam bam. Every
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday. Let's beat the traffic.
Bam bam.
Bye-bye. Namaskar.
Namaste.
Namaskara.
Vanakkam.
Khushamadi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Sat Shri Akal.
Meekandriki vandanamu.
Jai Swami Narayan.
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे याली मदद.
मोलाली मतलब बोलते सारे फीजिए मतलब बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बटजन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं सर वालतू बाबा.
And of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to be making your evening totally mesmerizing and totally mastani bandujani. But tonight's show we start on a rather somber note. Over the weekend, two artists actually over the weekend jo I think on Sunday, right, the Sidhu Moosewala one, a Punjabi artist was gunned down. And then now today Indian film industry has lost the most iconic voice. I think he's he is the most talented singer of this 90s generation, right, Alto Baba?
I would say that because he was no much of natak in that thing, in his thing. He just came in as a judge of a few things, but that's about it.
Only one show he did,
Yeah.
one particular reality show. But then, of course, he was somebody who was truly true to his music.
His art form, yeah.
His art form, and he passed away. Very shocking news to the entire music industry, the Hindi film industry. And also he was the debut artist when Sony Music launched in India. And he has given us some total foot tapping, mesmerizing, soulful, heart tugging, gut wrenching, soul stirring numbers. And that is Krishnakumar Kunnath, KK, who passed away at the age of 53 this morning from a heart attack. This morning, basically, India. Yesterday in India. And we just wanted to share with everybody. We had a different show planned for today, lekin jab news aaya, we just couldn't help ourselves because we are also huge admirers of KK. In fact, Media Mahima ka agar sab jo plan sahi chalta, we were planning to bring KK to the Bay Area so that we could do a show with him. You remember that, Alto? And unfortunately, we've lost a voice much too young, actually.
Yeah.
In the, जो दिल से गाते थे, उनको दिल का दौरा पड़ गया. So that's in any case we believe that we should जो हमारे स्टाइल में हम लोग ट्रिब्यूट पे करते हैं जहाँ पे there's always it is rather saddening because many songs that you and I hum even today and the songs that is the anthem of Radio the Hotties has his voice in it and he will live on forever. He's one of those few people who much like Kishore Kumar and Mohammed Rafi and Mukesh Saab, Manna Da and all those greats, he actually joins those greats because his songs will define the generation.
Yeah.
Right, whether it was the A.R. Rahman's Kalluri Saleh or whether it was the total Chhod Aaye Hum, that particular song, Vishal Bhardwaj, that particular song, or whether it is his Tu Jo Mila, that from Bajrangi Bhaijaan,
yeah.
or Aankhon mein Teri. What lovely numbers we had.
Yeah.
Today we are going to try to feature as many as we can, but not all the songs, but to talk a little bit about him, that most people don't know, because he was a rather private person. He wasn't somebody who he wasn't somebody who like partied a lot or did a lot of shows. He did a lot of shows, but internationally too, like he wouldn't come to he had in some interview apparently he had said that he will not come to do a sangeet and he will not do a dance party kind of thing. He'll not come out and do that, but he believed that. And at the same time he was also somebody who said that acting is not my forte, and I do not, and it's not necessary that a singer need to be seen for somebody to appreciate the singer. The voice is what needs to be remembered.
That's very true. I agree with him,
Yeah. So to Krishnakumar, Kunnath, today Radio Dehori's Media Mahima and all our bandhus pay tribute.
Yep.
And if you are a bandhu of Radio Dehori's who's listening to us right now, and if you would like to say something or share something with regard to the singer, you're more than welcome to call in and share with us. Our studio number is 408-912-2479. एक बार और स्टूडियो का नंबर नोट कर लीजिएगा, 408-912-2479। ये है आपके लिए स्टूडियो का नंबर. आप यहाँ पे कॉल कर सकते हैं और हमारे साथ यहाँ पे शामिल भी हो सकते हैं. So, Altu Baba?
Yes, and of course, if you want to call us on the video, you can give us a video call as well.
Yeah.
If you want to know the video number, you probably have to be part of the inner circle. And if you already are part of the inner circle and you have the number to call us on the video, or you have the link to actually follow us on video call, do it right now. The lines are open for you guys to chime in for here on the tribute show for KK, also known as Krishnakumar Kunnath.
That's right. So, Balajan, right now, we, for KK, Altu Baba, I think it's a record-breaking number of jingles that he has sung for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know how many, how many jingles he sang for? He actually attributes his entire success in connecting to a song. जैसे जब गाना सुनते हैं, right? उनके हर गाने में ऐसे लगता था कि वो इतना महसूस करके, it is actually that the feeling of what's happening in the scene is in the voice. You can actually listen to the song and you actually feel like you're experiencing everything there, the person who's singing also. And he attributed that entire thing to his 5 years of being an ad man and singing so many different ad jingles, right? So I think he was like one of those folks who really, gave it his all in terms of, he did 3,500 jingles, Altu Baba.
Wow.
3,500 jingles, Madhujan. I'm not kidding you. And he also did that, from Pepsi to, I don't know if you've heard of this, what was some Santogen suitings. That was where he got his start, where he sang the song. It was like, and if you listen to the singing, right, it's all English songs. It's like, and you would wonder, oh, wow, this sounds like some country music singer. But he was very much from God's own country.
Yeah, and the interesting part is God's own country, when he talks about Father, he's talking about the beautiful land of Kerala. And one more interesting fact about Krishnakumar Kunnath, which is very interesting, is he also is famous as KK. And we do have Ammo KK, who actually is legendary.
Correct.
And as you rightly said a few minutes ago, he would definitely join the ranks of those people, because Krishnakumar Kunnath also was not classically trained singer.
Correct.
He wasn't a classically trained singer, yet he had the most soulful rendition of songs. This is like, I'm not talking like how she just talked about a few of them. 90s is when he actually came into the picture, basically.
Correct.
90s mein unki entry hui, and I don't know the post or the what happened prior to his getting into movies. I don't know about that part, but of course Faltan might share information on that, is because he just don't share the fact that he was an ad man, is what she said.
Right.
When you say ad man, was he a person who was selling advertising, or was he making productions?
No, he was somebody who was voicing the ads. In fact, the ad folks, KK attributes also his great connections that he made. He says, KK ka success, hum log agar yaad karenge, if you think about KK's success, was with songs that he did for Vishal Shekhar, the songs that he did for Shankar Ehsaan Loy, the songs that he did for Preetam, and all these folks, right? And Mithun, these are the people that he sang for. And who are all these people? These are people that he worked with in the ad industry.
Can you imagine? Yes.
So he says all of them were also moving into the film industry. So that seemed like a natural shift for him from the ad jingle, this thing. But you should listen to the story that he has about how he came into the ad industry, right? It seems KK was, he used to do like he used to sing. He had a small band of his own, and he used to do his own little songs and stuff. Us time there was no karaoke and all, right? So and he used to sub sometimes for his friend at at restaurants and stuff like that. So at one point, क्या हुआ कि I think Hariharan sir. It seems he was in Delhi at that time. He was born to Krishnakumar Kunnath. Obviously, yes, Bandhujan, South Indian. South Indian थे वो, and he was born and raised in Delhi, and वहाँ पे उनके friend के लिए he was substituting. He was a substitute singer because his friend was ill or something, and he had to go and sing in his place. At that time, he basically who brought him into the Hindi film industry in terms of singing was Hariharan sir.
Okay.
He identified him. But before that, KK apparently he used to sing these little scratches. You know what scratches are, right?
Yeah, before the actual recording.
Yeah, before the actual recording happens, Punjab, before the जब sample बनाना होता है, like जैसे आल्तोर में बहुत सारे ऐसे sample गाते हैं, like we like sing and we'll say okay, we'll try this maybe, and then we'll have a professional singer or somebody who is more refined to come and sing the particular thing. So it seems KK sang for some particular ad jingle, and then for some reason that the person who was the client, they played it before the client, but somebody else recorded some Tejinder Singh or somebody else, somebody who was the actual singer, very popular singer at that time, English thing. So the person said, it seems the client said no, he likes the other voice, that is KK's voice, and he said ask him to come and let him record this song. So this man, KK, for the first time, he went to Bombay to record, and his wife, apparently, he attributes all his credit to his wife, who kept saying, if you really want to make it in the music industry, then we should move to Bombay. She kept saying, and she said, okay, go ahead and try this. And KK actually went ahead and sang this jingle, and he told us he was very excited, it seems. And he says, at that moment, it was like an incredible feeling for him. So many thousands of people are listening to the ad, and ye jam gaya, like, he liked the feeling that, oh, people are saying, oh wow, we heard your voice in the ad, and that's how the ad story for him started, apparently. So I think somebody is on the line. Hi, Pam Pam, कौन है जी?
Hi, Pam Pam.
Hello, कैसे हैं आप? Aditi ji.
You haven't recognized. Oh, yeah.
How can we not recognize? Of course we recognized. हाँ बोलो कैसे? हाँ बोलो.
So sad, and so I wanted to just call and say that it's really sad. I don't know a lot about KK. In fact, when the news came out, everyone was using his full name, and I was like, "Ye kaun hai?" And then I realized it was KK, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this guy passed away." And the only reason I feel very connected to him is his voice. All through college days, we grew up listening to Yaro and Pyar Ke Pal. I don't know, for some reason, those two songs just caught on, at least our generation during college days.
Yep.
And I associate with his voice with a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
Very soulful voice, and so I think somewhere I felt really. Although I honestly don't know much about him, I don't necessarily track him or his singing or songs, but when I heard he passed away, it somehow I think impacted me more than some of the other celebrities, because I think I just associate his voice and his songs. So a lot of memories from college, and
yeah, absolutely.
Well, his break in movies actually started off with South Indian movies, actually, more than Hindi.
Yeah.
And he actually had very good songs in South India. I don't know if you follow any of Tamil songs of his.
Yeah.
I think in that movie, was that Appadi Podu Podu?
That is his song.
His song.
Yeah. Appadi Podu Podu. That song, and then even the...
He started with A.R. Rahman, actually.
Yeah.
A.R. Rahman launched him, actually, if you ask me. What's the movie song of the movie? Kalluri Salai, yes.
From the movie, was it Kadal Desam?
Kadal Desam.
Kalluri Salai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then even the song Hello Doctor.
Hey, why that Minsara that movie of Prabhudeva, Kajol and Arvind Swami.
Strawberry Kanye.
Yeah, that's him.
I thought that was Hariharan.
No, that's him.
Oh, wow.
Sapne, yeah, the Strawberry Kanye is him, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, all that
But
came...
how did he? I mean, it's amazing that he sang in so many languages, and his accent is amazing.
Yeah, in fact, people didn't know the fact that he is South Indian. Because if you look at it, right?
I think
all South
until I
Indian.
started reading, I was like, what? He's from Kerala?
Yeah, he's from Kerala. Actually, we always knew that he's from Kerala. But what we really loved was the fact that he never carried an accent like SPB. SPB also did a lot of job.
No,
He's
but he was
wonderful
born
singer.
and raised in Delhi, na. So he was.
Okay, given. Okay, fine.
No, but even though he was born and raised in Delhi, he sang South Indian songs, right?
He sang, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah, and he sang it like true to. He sang in Kannada, Marathi. He sung even Gujarati, Bengali. He sung everything. So many different languages he has sung in, yeah, he truly a very talented voice. And like Altu said, right, he never had any formal training ever. He never had. It seems his parents had tried to enroll him in a class, and he said, "Ye mere ko jamega nahi."
I'll do it my way.
No. Yeah. He said, this requires a lot of, at that time he felt it was discipline and a lot of this thing. He couldn't pay attention to that. But the thing was I was reminded of when I was listening to one of his interviews and I was reading up on him. I was reminded of what Dr. Balamurali Krishna told us. He said, music is a gift. You're born with it or not.
Yeah.
So it's not something that if you don't have the gift, you can't find music in your thing. So he actually says that, yeah, he actually said ki gana sunne ke time you should his whole thing is he would always say that he doesn't like to waste time. So gana sunne ke time he would listen to the when they're playing the music, right? Even the first time when they're discussing the how the song goes and stuff, he'd apparently start writing down the lyrics and keep playing that song in his head over and over and over again, and that by then he has already rehearsed in his head a few times before he belts out the first just a scratch.
Yeah, good.
So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So
I think a lot of these soulful whose voices, as they say, it's God's gift.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not trained,
Yeah.
that soulfulness in your voice is even Krishnakumar, all of these guys, right?
Correct.
Tapon, he's not trained, but amazing voice.
When you in contemporary singers, right, we always have considered KK to be a class apart. We've talked about this also when people were actually just going, oh, Arijit Singh. We never liked Arijit Singh singing. Sorry to say this, but the thing is, the way KK would actually present a song was awesome.
Yeah.
And some of the best songs people think of, right? And by the way, let me tell you, we actually organize karaoke show every week.
Yeah.
And we know that's very rare people bring up a KK song because they're difficult to sing.
Yeah.
And you can't do justice to it. You can even try avoid some song easily and pull it off. But KK song is definitely difficult to pull it off, right? It's that style of his singing and everything.
In fact, there's one patriotic song that he sang. I don't think I've rarely heard. I think you tried that song, right, Altu Baba?
Did I?
Yeah, I've never heard any karaoke singer try it in a patriotic show ever. It's a song from the movie Airlift. Oh, it's a beautiful song, and the way he has sung it is like it's so soulful. I don't know if you know that song, Aditi.
No, I don't. Which one?
It is the one with Airlift movie.
तू भूला
जिसे,
तुझको वो याद करता रहा. It's such a, I mean, that song like drives home, and the way it hits a crescendo, right? It's just incredible. And this man clearly, for everything he would say, that's because I'm a jingle guy. Because he would say in 30 seconds I have to
impress people. Yeah,
in 30 seconds
it's not easy. Hey, we have been there, done that. It's not easy to impress somebody in 30 seconds, but we have to do it.
Yeah. In fact, we should play a couple of his jingles, and so people can listen to that
really?
jingle and see if there is. We'll talk a little bit more about him, Aditi, but you'll get to know more about him as we talk today. So suniega, enjoy.
Yeah, looking forward.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling in and paying tribute.
All right, so
एक ऐसा जिंगल है आलतू बाबा जो उसका सबसे पहला मतलब मैंने बोला ना सैंटोजिन शूटिंग्स उसका सबसे पहला जिंगल था बोले तो
very good, okay,
so which is very very popular. You want to listen to that jingle?
Sure, why not, go ahead.
Okay, so Banjan, this is I don't know, I hope we don't get flagged for this, but we googled it, obviously YouTube, I don't know, सैंटोजिन शूटिंग्स का ये है तो सुनिएगा the voice of our very own singer KK. आ रहा है क्या आलतू?
I have no idea. बजा रही है कि नहीं?
बजा लिया.
बजाओ फिर से बजाओ.
It's been so long. Will everything be just the same? Will you remember my name? Will we play that same old game? Even though we've been apart, listen to that feeling in your heart. Now I'm back. I wanna hold you close to me, the way it was meant to be. Baby, make time stand still for me.
Interesting. We have a call waiting line. Namaskar. आप खास होते Pam Pam. A tribute show to KK. That is Krishnakumar. Kunnath. Who's this? Hello, hi.
हेलो पैम पैम,
हाँ,
मैं
दीपा जी।
दीपा बोल रही हूँ.
कैसे हैं दीपा जी?
अरे सुबह सुबह ही ये न्यूज़ सुना, लाइक माय डे वाजंट सो गुड. लाइक आई डोंट नो, आई मीन हम लोग सुनते हैं ऐसे बहुत सारे, मतलब आजकल आई मीन वी हैव बीन हियरिंग लाइक फॉर द पास्ट 2 years, आई डोंट नो, many of the, like, you know, well known personalities have gone. लेकिन today I couldn't believe, like एकदम से मैं रो पड़ी when I heard this. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has that. That's what I was discussing with my daughter. जब उसको बोला, and in fact some of her favorite songs, I mean, she didn't know that it was KK. Like, you know, whenever I tell her, okay, Chetna, this is KK, like he's like, and हम लोग बात कर रहे थे तो मैं उसको बोल रही थी, like he has this special quality voice, like एकदम से दिल को छू जाता है, like, you know, especially those like दर्द भरे, all those like songs, any very soulful, like I don't know, कुछ होता है वैसे when you listen to his song.
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's mesmerizing, is what we say. The thing is, Deepa, I want to ask you a question. So, you know, I think we're the only show which actually have talked about the fact that KK needs to come back with more songs, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else is talking.
Yes.
And everybody who we talk to, apart from our circle of bandhus here, right? And people just don't know that KK has such a, you know, a wonderful repertoire of songs for himself, right? And हमारे यहाँ पे जो karaoke में जो भी generally people are crazy after people who are not so, you know, I would say not worth it. Arjit Singh and everything.
Yeah.
But KK, actually, he should have got more exposure, is what I feel. I really feel that's one more thing.
Very
Which is,
underrated.
Yes.
हमने बहुत बार शो पे यही बात की कि
Yeah.
he needs to have more songs to
Yes.
his credit, and उसको ज़्यादा इतना credit नहीं मिला. He is so talented.
Yes.
And like I was thinking, like a song, a voice which is so soft yet so strong, like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
मतलब वो that vulnerability, it's not easy to show in the song. Like अभी तुम acting में दिखा सकते हो क्योंकि people are watching you.
Right.
And but showing that pain in the voice is not a cup of tea for everybody. Like that he had shown. Like
Yeah, and
मुझे
Deepa-
लगता है कि वो खुद ही महसूस करता था वो गाने को इतना deeply.
Yeah.
So only that person can do that.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Deepa, I want to say one thing. You got very happy when I say the statement. In fact, the only person who actually has been very relentlessly and, of course, very meticulously making sure that one of the songs is definitely KK's song. KK sings the song is Salman Khan. In most of his movies, he makes sure that there's one song of KK.
Correct.
Buzzing Ki Baziran se leke Tube Light tak.
Yeah.
In Tube Light, the
Yes.
song is so beautiful. Deepa, do you remember the song of KK in Tube Light?
उसके सारे गाने अच्छे हैं, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, then we'll see if we can bring that song into our thing for sure.
In fact, in Tube Light, there are 2 versions of it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
ये जो I think was it T Series Alto Baba who
Yeah.
are Tube Light promoters, they try to जो movie version है finally KK का रखा,
Yeah.
जो reprise you know song है, and then जो इसमें क्या कहते हैं, what do you call that, when you play it on the
Your empathy when you buy stuff, when you buy
like
things.
you know YouTube पे promotion के लिए आतिफ असलम का लगा दिया.
Correct.
And
अच्छा,
yeah, but
yeah. So
That
वही
song-
यही खास बात है केके का. Like what I see is like we cannot say completely tragedy king क्योंकि उसके मतलब मस्ती भरे गाने भी उतने ही अच्छे हैं. Like
Correct.
he shows again that peppiness in his voice.
Yes,
Correct.
and if you
At the
notice,
same
that song which you're talking, which has two versions of it, that actually is called "Main Agar"
yeah.
from the movie Tubelight. अगर आपने कभी सुना नहीं तो जाके सुनिएगा जरूर. It's a beautiful song, and I personally like KK's rendition as opposed to Atif Aslam. Atif Aslam का empty है. I get no sensation in the way he has sung it.
Yeah.
हाँ, वही प्रॉब्लम है. अभी जैसे श्रेया घोषाल कन्नड़ा गाना गाएगी ना, उससे कोई दम because she doesn't understand the language.
Right.
But that is the first criteria of anything, like the
Yeah.
beauty of language, how it is evolved over the period of time, like
Correct.
centuries together all over the country, in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
तो उस हिसाब से हर एक लैंग्वेज का अपना ये मजा है.
Very
अभी ग्लोबल के नाम पे तुम लोग कुछ भी कर सकते हो फॉर द सेक ऑफ जस्ट वो फील ही नहीं आता. नो मैटर व्हाट, लाइक हाउ ब्यूटीफुल दे सिंग, दैट फील इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन द सॉन्ग, एनी सॉन्ग.
Correct.
जो ये 100% के shows it in all of his songs,
Very
not
true.
just one or two.
Right.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Deepa Sundarega. We actually going to also play some more ads of his, more than the songs.
We'll also play songs, but there's also lovely ads that you'll remember.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
many people wouldn't have heard that, wouldn't
Yeah.
have seen it, and those of you who
I know.
those of us who have heard it will actually remember. Oh my God, this was KK.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
so-
may his soul rest in peace, and he's given us a lot of good songs to
Yeah,
remember by.
yeah.
That was so interesting. Even like when I started in the morning reading about him,
Yeah.
the jingle, I was like, really? Oh, okay, I would love to listen to some of
Today's
those
show,
things.
listen to
Thank
for
you.
sure. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much for
you
calling
so
me.
much.
And of course, I call upon all the bandhus who actually do GGC to make a dedicated show for him if possible this Saturday.
Yeah.
That's just a request for people out there. Let's go to Bandhu waiting line. Namaskar, आपका हाथ फतेह पैम पैम के Mesmerizing मंगलवार tribute to KK Krishnakumar Kunnath. Who's this? Arjun साहब कैसे सर?
हेलो.
हाँ कैसे हैं सर? Welcome.
अल्लाह का बड़ा एहसान, मादी का करम. यार, I got a telephone message from Vivaji this morning about Aradhna Sharma sister.
Sir, yes, but today the show is about KK, and of course, if you want to share anything about him, please do go ahead and share on the air. जो personal questions है वो बाद में बात कर सकते हैं sir, but right now.
हाँ, नहीं, I'm just telling you.
हाँ thank you sir.
तो ये आपका जो सिंगर था अभी,
हाँ KK हाँ.
ये कितना पुराना सिंगर था? Can you tell me?
नहीं सर वो नए ज़माने के सिंगर 90s में आए थे जो जाहिर है आप एक्चुअली वुडंट हैव हर्ड मच ऑफ हिम, बट आज सुनिएगा जरूर, उनके बारे में थोड़ा बहुत बात करेंगे हम लोग. ठीक है?
90s में नहीं, आप लोग एक एक्टर की बात कर रहे थे ना?
किसकी?
कौन सा एक्टर?
एक्टर नहीं
नहीं,
सर,
sir,
के
it's a
के बोल के एक कृष्ण कुमार कुन्नत बोल के एक सिंगर थे जो आए, अनफॉर्चुनेटली पास्ड ऑन दिस मॉर्निंग. ही वाज वेरी यंग, ओनली 53, and but he had given us some wonderful songs.
Yeah.
Generally सब लोग आतिफ असलम अरिजीत सिंह बारे में बात करते हैं, इनके बारे में बात ज़्यादा नहीं करते, लेकिन तो इसलिए हमने आज सोचा उनके लिए ट्रिब्यूट करेंगे. तो लेकिन सुनिएगा, आपके बाद थोड़ा जानकारी पाएंगे आप. ओके,
Thank you so much
thank you
for
for
calling
calling
in.
us.
Thank you for calling
And
in.
of course, बजान लीजिएगा एक और चलिए, you should not be playing ads in this road radio show, but we're playing an ad right now. This is again a song for a product which people have used, I suppose, in India if you built a house.
Yeah. So सुनिएगा, एंजॉय कीजिएगा. बताइए नेरोलैक पेंट्स का ad.
जब घर की रौनक बढ़ानी हो, दीवारों को जब सजाना हो, नेरोलैक, नेरोलैक.
रंगों की दुनिया में आओ. You remember the Falguni?
That's of course, yes.
Oh my God, कैसे बचपन था हमारा.
Yeah. So he's done a lot of such ads. But Colgate gel wala
अरे
Shahid Kapoor ka ad.
काफी है.
When and then there's also that Pepsi.
Have you heard of the Dhak Dhak ad of Hero Honda? No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. You have the ad? I have the
Someday
ad. I think. I think I
you
have
can
the ad.
play it, Faltani, because you have it. Here you
Do you want me to play the
go.
ad?
Why not, Faltani? Go ahead.
I had a narrow lack. I'm trying to see if I can find the thak thak. No, I
Okay.
don't seem to have the thak thak. But I can play you the Colgate gel. You want
Why
to
not?
listen?
Let's go Colgate gel, Faltani.
Here you go.
सांसों में जिंदा दिल ताजगी रहे घंटों साथ खूबसूरत हसीना वो जीतूंगा मैं उसको सांसों में जिंदा दिल ताजगी मेरा साथ बनी खुशियों की सांसों में जिंदा दिल ताजगी हर पल है मेरे लिए
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a rocking song, right? Like rocker kind of thing. There's a country music that you heard initially. I mean, look at the versatility in his singing.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, of course, for those of you who wonder, do you have the Dhak Dhak ad, Alto Baba?
Of Hero Honda?
Yeah.
Of course, Faltani. Here you go. The mesmerizing KK.
धड़कना इसी पे बहलना इसी पे मचलना इसी पे टहलना इसी पे अरे यही तो है देश की धड़कन अरे यही तो है देश की धड़कन इतराना शर्माना सताना मनाना शरारत नज़ाकत मोहब्बत इसी पे अरे यही तो है देश की धड़कन
Duck, duck.
अरे यही तो है देश की धड़कन
बेरिया की धड़कन और आप सबका ये मनपसंद कार्यक्रम जो है बेरिया बक बक.
लेकिन ये है पम पम.
Well, actually, that song is again. Hey, we thought we should pay tribute to KK. I know thousands of artists. There have been like thousands of plays of this particular ad, multiple stations,
Correct.
earning him whatever money he was supposed to be getting studio income or whatever deal was there. I don't know.
But-
But the thing is, songs, wonderful songs, right?
Correct. लेकिन आलतू ये देखना कि he has sung these 3,500 jingles.
I know, man.
You know, wait. In a span of how many years?
I don't know. Was it 1 year?
No.
6 months?
No.
3 months? Oh, years only. Okay, 0.5 years.
Altu Baba,
3 years.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years. 1994 mein he went and he gave his demo CDs. After he got this thing, so UTV called him to do the Santogen shooting wala ad.
Yeah.
And us time he also went to, you know, he was very famous, the one who had done the music for Quiz Time. You remember that? Siddhartha Roy.
Ah.
The Siddhartha Basu. I
Basu.
think. What is that? The one that Louis Banks.
Louis
Do you
Banks.
remember that?
Louis Banks. Yeah, of course, Louis Banks.
Yeah.
He was part of that Hariharan 2 duo, right?
Yeah. No, no, that was Leslie Lewis.
Leslie Lewis.
Leslie Lewis, Louis Banks. Leslie Lewis, for those of you who don't know, but remember that Krishna ni begane, the one that he did with the Colonial Cousins.
The way you smile, I don't know.
Exactly. So the Colonial Cousins, Banajan, which was Hariharan and Leslie Lewis, they were that band, right? So Leslie Lewis, one part of the band, was also somebody who made a lot of jingles. And Ranjit Barot, for those of you who know, another legendary, ad man, jingle man kind of thing. And of course, Louis Banks was another composer. So, ये जो वो in fact Leslie Lewis को credit देते हैं for giving him the first jingle to sing in Mumbai. उसके right immediately बाद he was introduced to A.R. Rahman.
Oh, wow.
Who cast him in Kaluri Sale. Should we play a little bit of that, Altu Baba, which was...
Wow, Kaluri Salai.
Yeah,
sure,
this is Kadal Desam Banjan. This particular movie was like a, what do you call, a cult classic.
Was
with
it? I don't know. I was...
With the 90s kids, right? It became a cult classic because this movie is all about two friends or something.
It also came in Hindi, by the way, you know, right?
It's the same movie, right? Mustafa,
yeah.
don't worry. It's from the same movie, Banjan. There's a song called Kaluri Sale and became like a the anthem of the college-going generation. So, Suniga, we'll play you a little bit of that song so that you can enjoy R.K.K. sir's voice in Tamil.
இன்பத்தை கருவாக்கினாள் பெண் உலகத்தில் மனிதனை உருவாக்கினாள் பெண் உலகத்தில் மனிதனை உருவாக்கினாள் பெண் விண்ணவர்க்கும் மன்னவர்க்கும்
This is with Hariharan. He has sung this song. Yeah, it is a duet.
செல்வம் பெண் விலையற்ற செல்வம் பெண்
Yeah, मतलब pause मार दे अभी.
तो ये कैसे हुआ? It seems Hariharan sir had heard his ad jingles and had when he heard KK in a they had never met. Okay, he heard KK at this. KK had gone back to Delhi at that time, and he was singing for in some restaurant, some hotel. He was singing, it seems. Which I told you, right, where he was subbing for somebody. Then Hariharan, he went to Hariharan like everybody goes, like fanboys. You go and you say, sir, really great to meet you, and whatever he said, you're such a soulful voice, blah blah blah. And then Hariharan looked at him like squarely in the face, and he said, "Tu yahan pe kya kar raha hai?" So it seems he's like, what is he talking about? He said, well, sir, sub kar raha hu. I'm like substituting for this person. But typically I am a ad man and I do this role. Then Hariharan sir said, it seems, nahi re, you should move to Mumbai. You have a future. You've got a voice that is meant for playback singing. So at that time is when this whole shift happened. When he started. So I think he gives credit to Hariharan sir for introducing him to playback singing. So in this, of course, he's singing with Hariharan sir. He has more of a chorus voice in this, if you actually.
Of course, but this is a nice song. If you not heard it, go listen to it right now.
Yes.
It's a A.R. Rahman composition for the movie Chhod Aaye Hum.
And this was when Aldo Baba, was it 1996 or 97? It
I
came out,
have
right?
absolutely no idea.
Yeah, and then he sang another, like he did one more. In the same movie, he sang that "Hello Doctor." There's another
Hello,
song.
doctor. How do you do, doctor?
That's him again. What Aldo Baba?
I used to make fun of these songs.
And then he sang for Minsara Kanavu, which was in 1997. The Hindi movie that they made was Sapne. There's that song. Oh, that's a very high-pitched song. Strawberry Kanne.
Hey, that if you're gonna play Kalisa, you must definitely play Strawberry Kanne.
Strawberry Kanne, we'll definitely play that for you. This is all prior to his Hindi film industry entry, Banujan. So he came from ads, jingles. You heard a few of those. So we are walking you through the path, his career path in the industry.
Yes.
So and then he sang for Minsara Kanavu. So
here you go.
Here you go. Beautiful song.
Strawberry Kanne, Vinveli Penne,
Silver spoon கையோடு பிறந்தவள் நீயே. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Silver spoon கையோடு பிறந்தவள் நீயே.
ஒரு ஃப்ரிட்ஜுக்குள் ஆப்பிள் போல் இருந்தவள். Oh, I'm sorry.
தங்க தட்டில் சோறு பென்ஸ் ஏசி காரு இருந்தும் நெஞ்சோடு சொல்லாத பாரம் என்ன
தனிமையாக
எளிமை கொடுமையாக உனது கண்ணோடு சொல்லாத சோகம் என்ன.
Oh my God. But then if you notice, there's just that ching, 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 and the voice makes you dance.
Yeah, but now, because the volume is not sufficient, he'll increase the volume.
Yeah.
Volume. Volume more.
Strawberry Kanne, Vinveli Penne, Silver spoon கையோடு பிறந்தவள் நீயே. ஒரு ஃப்ரிட்ஜுக்குள் ஆப்பிள் போல் இருந்தவள் நீயே. தங்க தட்டில் சோறு பென்ஸ் ஏசி காரு இருந்தும் நெஞ்சோடு சொல்லாத பாரம் என்ன தனிமை இனிமையாக எளிமை கொடுமையாக உனது கண்ணோடு சொல்லாத சோகம் என்ன.
At the time when S.P. Balasubramaniam, Manu sir, everybody was so famous at the time.
Yeah.
This guy's voice, such a fresh voice.
And what a reach, what a range.
Yes.
Amazing range.
You know, that's
Manuja.
one thing I really want to even give a shout out to AR sir. He actually gave opportunity to many newcomers.
Correct.
And at his time, and I don't, even now I think he does tries doing that for sure.
Yeah.
But nowadays he's singing himself.
That's true.
Because he is a newcomer, right?
And AR, he gives opportunities to AR Amin.
Nepotism.
Oh, chalo good adapa.
Why not?
We shouldn't because
Anna,
Anna,
I will
sorry,
tell
Anna.
you, Anna, it's okay, Anna. You know me. I always say it the way I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, but the thing is, KK sir, you would have heard of Tadap. You might see, Arey, what Alto playing the songs which you know of.
Yeah.
अरे यार आज के ज़माने में song listen करना कितना easy आपको मालूम है, right? You definitely can listen anywhere you want it. But today we're going to talk a little banter about KK sir, and of course we loved him from the day we heard him, or rather from the day our eyes opened up to him, which was again thanks to Mahima ji, who actually pushed us into this particular field and told us what we were to look for. And she was the people who she loved his voice also, by the way.
Correct.
In fact, 2000 May, if there's any saving grace for the Indian cinema, would have been voices like him.
Yes, exactly. And Hindi film industry, when we had the likes of
Kumar Shanu.
yeah. At that time, Udit Narayan was possibly the decent
Yeah, but
voice at that
somehow
time.
2000 he kind of didn't he retire kind of a thing. He kind of went into
In the
backstage
late
because
90s, he was there.
he was pushing his son into the mix, I suppose. Yeah.
And then, no, not yet. But in 1999, Altu Baba, your iconic song.
My iconic song.
Your iconic song, and that is where Salman Khan's love for KK started.
तड़प तड़प के इस दिल से आह निकलती रही
Exactly.
को बता दी प्यार ने ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया तो लुट
गए. Apparently, Altu Baba, this particular song by Sanjay Leela Bhansali,
ओए हाय
no, by Sanjay in his movie,
In
right?
his
What
movie.
is that? Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, right?
हाय
The music director, what was the music director name? What was the music director's name, Altu Baba?
Hey, are you sure this particular song was him? तड़प तड़प के.
Yes.
Are you sure about that? Yeah,
No.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was him, right? It was him. Ismail Darbar. Ismail Darbar was the music composer.
He loved it. He loved his voice.
Wait. So he created the song, and then he had KK sing it, and it seems Sanjay Leela Bhansali, when he heard the final cut, right, of the song, he played the song 9 times again and again and again, and continued to cry when the song, hearing KK's voice, it seems. It's that, he said, play it again, play it again, play it again, play it again. And he just kept, he had tears flowing from his eyes when he was listening to the song, it seems. So that's something that Ismail Darbar sir shared about, the voice quality and the way KK has delivered this particular song. So it was supposed to be one of those incredible moments. KK himself says as to how that song came about, and how prior to that song there was only a small portion that he had sung, because he had a very few people can hit that range and still maintain the melody, right? Very few people can do that. So before that, he had sung in 1996 a very small portion. So it's not, it cannot be called his full-fledged playback singing gig.
Yeah.
Guess which song?
1996.
1996. March is movie se.
I know the song. This is that song. The thing. I know. Hold on. I'll tell you. March's movie. That song was a sad song again. Gulzar film.
And it was very high pitched.
Not Chapa Chapa Circus.
No.
Not Chapa Chapa.
Only the portion that was a high pitched portion is what he sings.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
What song is it?
Well, that Chhod Aaye
Wo
Hum,
galiyaan, yes.
Wo galiyaan. That is the only portion that he has sung in the song.
Because that had all other guys singing,
Yeah.
all the Punjabis are singing, like a whole load of Punjabis in it.
What?
Of course, yes. But here you go, Father. How about listening to one little bit portion of the particular song of Ismail Darbar?
Yes, absolutely. The one that Sanjay Leela Bhansali heard 9 times in a row, right after hearing it the very first time.
बेजान दिल को तेरे इश्क ने जिंदा
You know what I like about KK's voice actually, Fadri? Something about genuinity is there in his voice.
Yes.
He's not
authentic.
trying to be something. He's not trying to put on anything. He's not trying to sing. Aram se ga rahe hain, and that's what I love about singing. People who sing with that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But again, this is a song which is quite a long song, but Jan, you like the song. थोड़ा बहुत उसको सुनेंगे, थोड़ा तड़प तड़प के आएगा तब तक. लेकिन तब तक मैं अपना banter जरूर रुकांगा मुझे ताकि we don't get flagged.
But you know what, Altu Baba? This particular, he says, right, that the main thing that he believed in was his simplicity. I mean, that to keep it as simple as possible. मुझे अपने काम से मतलब है. You know, I'm going to come out, I'm going to sing, you tell me what the song is. I'll do my job. I don't need to do anything beyond that. Like, you know. And he truly believed that in connecting with the audiences more than anything else. And he felt that his voice was the tool.
तड़प के इस दिल से आह निकलती रही मुझको सजा दी प्यार की ऐसा क्या गुनाह किया तो लुट गए हाँ लुट गए तो लुट गए हम तेरी मोहब्बत में.
And of course, Bajjan, ये गाना आपको सुनना है तो जाके सुनिएगा जरूर. It's actually for the movie हम दिल दे चुके सनम. Salman Khan, I think that's where the connection of Salman Khan and KK came into play. Salman Khan also, if you look at it, he actually has experience and he has the pulse in the audience and kind of has made sure one song in his movie definitely has the chap of KK in it.
Right. In fact, Salman Khan again, right, Altu Baba, he openly admitted he had not said that, you know, that he loved KK as his voice or was the singer of that particular this thing. But when he says, it seemed just like how Sanjay Leela Bhansali cried, right, listening to this. When Salman Khan heard Tu Jo Mila from Bajrangi Bhaijaan, he says, at that moment, he says, I was mesmerized. It just felt like, I mean, and it seems even he shed tears when he was listening to the song. But, you know, they listen to the music, right, before the song is filmed. When they heard the first cut of the song, it seems he was like, this is the voice. I mean, there cannot be any other voice other than this voice. And they kept that song, actually, Tu Jo Mila, is there throughout the movie. In bits and pieces, it just comes and goes, and even the movie ends on a crescendo, right? And you know, the kyunki tum main dil. It ends with that this thing, and that's how the movie ends. In fact, it's a freeze frame on Salman Khan and the kids. So it's a beautiful. It's like rongte khade ho jate hain if you actually watched it in the movie theater. The way it's shot, Kabir Khan, you got to give him all due credit for that. And then at the same time, you got to KK's voice is truly magical. What a loss to the industry! Seriously, what a loss. I wish he would have given us more songs.
You know, the sad part is from 2010 onwards, he didn't have many songs to his credit.
Well,
There was not much of things for him to do since 2010.
Well, let's come to 2010 later now. Let's talk about what the wonderful things that happened with him,
Of
right?
course, please go ahead.
So, KK's whole goal, you know, this is interesting, right? जो generally क्या होता है, लोग अपना CD बनाते हैं या album निकालते हैं, फिर उनका मतलब ठोकर खाते हैं, धक्के मारते हैं, you know, खाते हैं, जहाँ पे they go asking for work everywhere, right?
He didn't do that.
In his case, KK actually says in one of the interviews कि उनको ये नहीं था कि मुझे जाके लोगों से पूछना पड़ेगा अगर कुछ काम किया है और वो काम बाहर निकला and people recognize the work is good, they will come to you with work. And he didn't believe in like going and like, you know, knocking on every door and asking for work apparently. So ये जो उस time क्या हुआ, because his work started with Leslie Lewis, right? जो उनका ad films में उनके साथ काम शुरू हुआ. तो उस time Leslie Lewis called him, it seems, and apparently they met and then they went and they had like Sony Music at that time was coming into India. So Sony Music India जो है अभी which is that branch of Sony Music, they were coming into India, but then they were looking for a debut artist. So this is during that time, which is 1999 में. So when they actually were looking for the debut artist, Leslie Lewis was one of the composers.
Okay.
So Leslie James asked KK, chalo theek hai, ye scratch ka ke dikhao. Like, you know, they had a song. And this particular song, KK sang the song, and then Leslie was listening to the song, and he said, okay. And then KK went to the restroom, it seems. He said, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go use the restroom and come back. So he walked out to the restroom, and then this was at Leslie Lewis's studio, which was it was just being built apparently. The studio is called Poppy Lace. Okay, so this guy, KK went into the restroom, and then they heard the music. They mixed the music, and they heard the song, and they heard the track. And then apparently, you know, they say walls are thin, right? So Leslie walked outside. And then there was, KK heard somebody saying, dude, I don't know who this is, but, you know, this guy is like, this thing is amazing, man. I mean, it's like whatever. So there's a very funny incident where KK says, he was using the restroom. He stopped using it so that he could hear what's going on at that particular point in time, to see what is he talking about. And then he was like, wow, I mean, to hear somebody like, you know, praising him to the skies or whatever. And then he said, okay. And then he acted like he didn't hear anything. And he came out and he spoke to Leslie. And Leslie said, boss, yeah, this is a go. And we are going to launch you as the debut artist. And that was the album called Pal. And it's a beautiful, that album even today rules the hearts of everybody from that generation. Like songs like what? Bas Ek Pal. Hum rahe ya na rahe kal. That particular song. The song Yaro Dosti. All that song. And then Aapki Dua, there's another song. So in no time, the album became like a super duper hit. Super duper hit, to the extent that he even got the Screen Award as the best singer at that particular point in time. So, lekin uske baad, he didn't make any albums till 2008 apparently. Why? Because Tadap Tadap Ke became a phenomenal roaring success. And then right after that, there was an iconic path-breaking movie which came. And all his contemporaries from the ad agency, Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Vishal Shekhar, Mithun, Preetam, everybody started coming into the Hindi film industry. So which was the iconic path-breaking song, Varajan? Which one, Alto Baba?
Dil Chahta Hai.
Yes, In Dil Chahta Hai. Which song, Alto Baba?
Oh my God, Dil Chahta Hai is that song. Kisi dhoondta hai tu har kahin.
Kya?
Huh?
No, Koi Kahe, right?
Koi Kahe?
Yeah. KK, Shankar Mahadevan, and who else? Shan.
Exactly, what did I say?
You say, jise dhoondta hu main har kahin.
The same movie, right?
Yeah, it's the same movie, yes.
Why you have hard time to me, man, seriously.
Yeah, so that particular, do you want to play that song, Altu?
Of course, Father, if you are naked or pooch.
हाँ. तो बनिजान आप सुन रहे हैं The Mesmerizing Mangalvar, a tribute to one of the most talented singers of our time, Banijan, who left us too soon, KK Saab. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Here is another beautiful song that he came into the millennium with, Banijan.
Well, Banjan, the voice stuff heard so far was actually Shankar Mahadevan, okay?
Okay, here you go. Shan. This is Shan.
This was Shan, yes.
This is Shan. That's KK.
KK for you, but Jan, and of course, Shan also is pretty much a contemporary of KK,
Yes.
right? Aren't they? Aren't they all contemporaries?
Yes, yes.
hai wahi, purana. And of course, Bajan, that was a song for you, which was a KK's, along with, of course, Tikal Bandi. That is, I'm talking about Shankar Mahadevan, Shan, and KK.
That's right, Panajan. In fact, this morning, Ehsan also had posted, ki like,
Yeah.
brother, what kind of news is this? Gone too soon. Ehsan Nurani from the Shankar Ehsan Loy Trio, of course, they also are iconic jingle composers, right, of Indian ad industry. So, yeah, तो आल्टू बाबा,
Yes.
हम लोग अभी तुम्हारे जहन में कौन सा मतलब गाना आता है जो ऐसे क्यों देख रहा है आल्टू?
मेरे जहन में
हाँ।
मेरे जहन में कुछ नहीं आता फालतू नहीं।
अच्छा, क्या?
मेरे जहन में कुछ नहीं आता बोला मैंने।
तो वो जो हम लोग आप सोचे होंगे कि हमने उनके एल्बम के क्यों गाने नहीं लगाए अभी तक?
हाँ, क्यों नहीं लगाए फालतू नहीं?
Because we will play that later, Banchan, because we're going to close out with that song. It
Yeah.
is KK has, they say you got to go out doing what you love best, right? And it's just really, really almost what do you call that, man? Poetic. It's so thing that he apparently started to feel unwell while he was singing at a concert. And just immediately, it's so sad that immediately after the concert, he posted an Instagram live, an Insta post, I Love You Kolkata. He performed in Kolkata. And then he said, thank you for all the love and everything. And we will play you that clip if we can get, if we can play that video clip of somebody one of the audience members who had taken a clip of KK at the concert itself, so that we can play you a live video clip. And you can actually watch it, Banajan. So we'll play the original song at the end, because that is the song which is Pal, a beautiful song that actually lives on, or with every heartbeat of that generation. So I think there's a bandhu holding the line. Namaskar, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है पैम पैम में. कौन है जी?
हेलो पैम पैम फजरानी, मैं फिर से आ गई. Actually, I wanted to talk to I talk about the one more song, जो again was a super hit. I think it's A.R. Rahman music. The रहना है तेरे दिल में सॉन्ग, उसमें केके साहब ने बहुत सारे गाने गाए शायद. वन पर्टिकुलर सॉन्ग इज सच कह रहा है दीवाना, दिल न किसी से लगाना. That was
yeah. That's from what is that movie? It's the
रहना है तेरे दिल. Yeah.
Right, रहना है तेरे दिल में. Correct. Even that song, Oh Humdum Suniyare, that's also him, right? But that's a different one. Is that a different?
It's a very small song. Yeah, that is from Satya. Yes.
Satya, yeah. For me, I always mix up the two movies. Because both were Madhavan in the south, so
both had the same Vivek Oberoi in the north.
Oh really? Both of them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Madhavan ही है. रहना है तेरे दिल में. Both Hindi and Tamil is Madhavan in रहना है तेरे दिल में.
But Satya was Vivek Oberoi. But Satya was Vivek Oberoi.
Yeah, Satya was Vivek.
Yeah, Satya was Vivek. Yes.
Right. Okay, theek hai, definitely. That is, that way he has so many songs, Deepa. So many songs. So, there is.
मतलब सोलो भी बहुत सारे. मतलब I know group में क्या हो जाता है, group songs divide हो जाता है, like but you can still clearly distinguish his voice.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You can actually make out a lot of his as we went into in fact Ranbir Kapoor owes that what is that song? Khuda jaane ke main fida hu. That song is also his only, right?
Correct.
And there's also that there's another Aankhon mein Teri, which is from Om Shanti Om, another amazing amazing song. It's
like you were like going by chronological na. मुझे लगा कि I will.
Yeah.
I mean, right before the Dil Chahta Hai, this was the song actually. I think रहना है तेरे दिल में came before Dil Chahta Hai, if I'm not wrong.
I think it was after. No? Wasn't it after? रहना
No, I think it was in 2001 and 2000. क्योंकि 2000 में काफी सारे, I mean, then 2002 again, like he got a lot of like these gangster, lame, all those songs
Correct.
in 2002.
Yeah.
But this was before that, much before the Chhod Aaye Hai Deewana. Yeah.
Yeah, so it came in 2001, but Dil Chahta Hai came out in 2000, 2000. It was the millennium release song, right? Yeah.
No, it was 2002, Falturani. Dil Chahta Hai is 2002.
No,
No, it was 2000, Deepa.
Turn
No?
of the century,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2000,
Okay.
2001. It was the turn of the millennium. That was when Dil Chahta Hai came out. But yeah, amazing songs. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So
And Rajji is saying on Facebook the song Tu Hi Meri Shab Hai.
Yeah, that is a gangster
Oh.
song. Yeah.
That's a good movie, yeah.
Beautiful.
yeah, lovely numbers he's got. He's actually got some amazing songs. Then there's also that Tu Aashiki Hai. There's another song, and then there is so many. Even from the movies, where the movies are like B-grade movies, the songs are like A-list,
I
A-grade
mean,
songs.
movies are only on the map because of his songs. Some of the movies.
Correct, exactly. So, Altama, what do you have
I
like?
think ये भी उसी का गाना है. The Sonia, oh Sonia.
No,
I think it's his number only.
that is Sonu. No,
Sonu?
oh,
That's
Sonu.
Sonia's
That's Sonu.
Sonu, yeah.
That's Sonu. But
Okay.
Oh Hamdam Soni Ore is him.
Yeah.
Is KK. So
But actually, if you look at it, right, if you ask Millennium who started off the whole saga of good songs, I would say KK gets the name.
yeah,
Because
absolutely.
most of the good songs the hit songs of 2000 have been his.
Right.
Right? That's true.
I think even Preetham started his career
Correct.
with KK. Like, that Gangster was his first movie, right?
Yeah, and
Correct.
Wo Lamhe also,
So he-
right, no?
Well, Oh Lame was his first movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Altu Baba. That you used to like that song, right? इसकी da 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 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल.
That I know.
The movie was a flop, right?
That song was hit because of KK's voice.
Yes, exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
दस बहाने करके ले गए दिल,
Yeah.
ले गए दिल. Very true. Very good, Deepa. Wonderful.
Oh, lovely.
With Deepa, you must tell the bandus on Geet Ka Chal to actually do a KK special on Saturday.
Yeah, we should do a KK special.
Go tell
on
them,
Saturday.
Deepa.
Yes,
बता दो.
definitely. Please.
जाके बता दो दीपा
बता दो.
सबको. Convince कर दो दीपा.
Much needed.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so
Long
much.
overdue, and he was like way over underrated. पता नहीं कुछ लोग बोल, I mean, they can say like he was choosing, कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन अच्छे गानों के लिए मतलब you need, I mean, he should have given more chances, definitely.
Yeah, I
And
didn't go
मुझे
there
एक
because
और आज सुबह मुझे लगा, I mean, I'm not sure because many of the websites are saying many different things about his demise. Like one place they said like he collapsed while he was performing.
No.
No,
He
no.
collapsed at the hotel on the way. Actually, he didn't make it. On the way to the hospital, he passed away. So they couldn't
But
resuscitate
he
him.
first he fell down while performing only हुआ ऐसा मैंने सुना.
No.
I mean, पढ़ा कहीं पे.
While performing, he said, "Turn off the spotlights." You can see him. Actually will play that bit for. You can see him. He's drinking water. He's sweating a lot, and he's.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. But he continued to sing, and that's what is like. Even if you don't know him personally, it kind of it brings tears to your eyes because he's singing that hum rahe na
Oh my God.
या ना रहे कल.
वही मुझे लगा फालतूरा नहीं सुबह में. I mean, I know that he's gone too soon, like 53. Come on, मतलब अभी इतने सारे वो गा सकते थे. I mean, not just that, like in general, like 53 is way too early to go. And I was like thinking he went while doing what he loved the most. मतलब हर किसी को ये नसीब नहीं होता ऐसा. I was like thinking in the morning कि if at all, like whatever the singing is what he's known for and what he represented, right, to the world.
Right.
And during that time only, in front of all the, in the fan in front of all the fans.
Hmm.
तो मुझे ऐसे ही लग रहा था कि पता नहीं कैसा, मतलब even he got that as a, मुझे ऐसा लगता है, like, you know.
Hmm. Correct.
Yeah.
So, anyway, unfortunately, I really wish he had more of a filmography, because I don't think he got as many songs. The way they loaded up our, this, what do you call, they loaded up Arijit Singh and Atif Aslam and more. Instead of giving,
Correct.
they should have given more opportunities to singers like KK and Shan, who really, I think, received the raw end, the short end of the stick, really. But anyway,
Actually, at least
thank
you
you.
are right. I mean, even I am ready to cut some slack for Arijit Singh, क्योंकि कुछ गाने में you can see, but आतिफ असलम के मुझे बहुत ही मतलब ये लगते हैं, like, you know, draggy, like, I don't know, it's like elongated, like, and he is doing that on purpose, लगता है मुझे कभी-कभी, like that texture. It doesn't come naturally sometimes.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for calling in. Deepa ji sunte rahega. We have other waiting in line, so we'll see if we can take their calls on, okay?
Sure,
Thank you so
bye.
much. Thank you so much. Hello, Pam Pam.
But they got to call back and got to go to a different line. Faltan, you're waiting for quite some time. जो भी हमें call कर रहे हैं, please hold कीजिएगा. We're going to be picking up a call just a few minutes because it has to transition to the working line. एक line तो हमारे पास काम नहीं करता, तो उसको हमने fix करना पड़ेगा. Fix नहीं किया अभी तक कर देंगे मुझे.
हाँ, तो बलजन, in fact, जो आलतू बाबा ने कहा कि हमारे जो के साहब का नेक्स्ट एल्बम, एक एल्बम तो पल था और दूसरा एल्बम जो रिलीज़ हुआ बहुत सालों बाद, हम सफ़र करके एक एल्बम उन्होंने रिलीज़ किया इन 2008. एंड इस एल्बम के भी गाने बहुत पॉपुलर है. इट्स अ प्राइवेट एल्बम, आसमां के एंड देखो ना ये कहाँ मिल गए हम, रैन भरी कारी, रैन भाई कारी is also another beautiful song, and KK in fact has even sung English rock ballads. And one of those songs is a song called Cineraria.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we'll try to see if we can play that song, but we do have a bandhu who's holding the line. Let's go on. Hello, welcome. Pam Pam में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है. कौन है जी?
Pam, Pranav here. How are you guys?
Oh, okay, sir. I know it's a sad day. I mean, you know,
You're one of the fans of KK. We know it.
Big time, yeah, I know.
yeah,
बहुत
it's
बड़ा दिन है आज ये.
Yeah.
yeah,
We could have had more songs from him actually. He would have given us more good songs.
correct.
Yes, absolutely.
If there's anything which is actually, to be honest, Pranabji, I'm going to take the liberty here and say this. If anything kept Pranabji connected to modern cinema or the Bengali cinema, it would be KK's voice.
Correct, exactly. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Right, Pranabji, am I wrong in saying
Yeah,
that?
see, it is really unfortunate. I think you were just saying that, like singers like Shan and KK, they didn't got what they deserve. They enough chances. Like you see, it's a loss for the industry. If you look at, as you just said, like people like Atif Aslam and Arijit Singh, who are able singers, but they are not melodious. It's like hard on my ears. Like they can sing, yeah, they have the range and everything, but when you hit that high range, it becomes totally off, and the music becomes sour. So it's not good. So, but KK is one of those singers. I don't know, unbelievable range, and even in that range, it's so melodious. I don't think anybody can match him.
Yeah.
It's really, really sad to
Right.
have got
Yeah,
but
but,
I have fond memories of his songs. Like, of course, Tadap Tadap, he got his break, but then he followed up with fantastic numbers in Das Bahane Karke Le Gaye Dil. Then there was this one more song. The movie didn't do well, but the song became like iconic. It was Banda Ye Bindas Hai.
Banda ye bindas hai, banda ye
Yeah.
bindas hai.
Exactly. Yeah, that's and then of course who can forget another song which is about friendship, Yaro.
Yaro.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Padi ji
Exactly, yeah. So I think it's amazing that and then of course Deepa talked about Rehna Tere Dil Mein. And then there was one more. I think then he, of course, he got a lot of break, but then of course in Om Shanti he got good break and he got good songs there.
Right.
Aankhon Mein Teri. Yeah, and then he had, of course, he followed up a lot of Pritam actually, who didn't give him song in last several years. He gave him good songs in a lot of movies.
Right.
The Tu Hi Meri Chhod Aaye also was a fantastic number. Then he followed and then of course one more song very close to my heart is from Shankar Bit's
Oh yeah.
Tu Aashiqui
Tu Aashiqui Hai.
Right?
Exactly.
Hai. Yeah.
And he also I mean that way Pritam gave, I think, 20, when did Bajrangi Bhaijaan come out, Alto Baba?
I think in 2014, 2015.
2015, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gave him Tu
And
Bhula
even
Jise.
Airlift was his, right? He had
Yeah,
singing.
but there was he recorded the same song with multiple singers.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that is
that's
not
true. That's
No.
funny. That won't be his.
No. Tu Jo Mila was KK.
KK full, yeah.
Was completely KK.
No, but there is somebody else in the album I saw from there. There are more than one singer singing the song. Anyway, but yeah, he gave him a lot of good songs, but then Pritam just totally ignored him. Same with Chan, he also did that. But anyway, KK, and then who can forget Life in a Metro songs?
Correct.
Alvida.
Alvida, yeah.
And then, of course, one more which we have sung many times, which got him back, momentary at least, which was about Tu Bhula Jise, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know, I have no words to say. And then, of course, one more song comes to my mind is Avarapan, Banjarapan, of course, my favorite actor's movie, but that also got him early on. I think that was one of his early songs he got, Avarapan, Banjarapan.
But let's ask you, how did you get introduced to KK? You're one of
Of course.
those hardcore fans that we know, who would only sing a song of Kishore Kumar or would sing a song of KK. That's it.
Or which one?
Or well, yeah. So how did you get introduced, and what attracted you to KK's singing?
Of course, I like songs where the singer has to be, of course, good, of course, and then his range and the crystal clear his pronunciation, right? So that the two things which attracted me, and it's very melodious. Like as I gave example, right? You sing, you can hear 100 songs of Arjit Singh, but hardly one or two maybe melodious. It's not memorable. It's very, at least for me, personal opinion, it's not melodious. You can be singing all kinds of songs, but there's no melody in what they sing. So you can see, like, when KK sings, it's like, when you the term, like, music to the ear, it literally is. So, when you start listening to songs, who's this new singer? And then you see his talent and the range, and how he manages the song and how he does justice with the song. And this definitely, you definitely get hooked into this music and his singing. So yeah, I can go on and on, but yeah, that's what I want to say. So of course, we started with Tadap Tadap, which of course was a sad song. So it was good, but that didn't hook him. Then what hooked me off was after the song with the dust and then Jets and all those songs. Then gradually picked up, and then he did all of fantastic. And there was a lot of, and there was one more song he sang for what was that? Akshay Kumar movie. जब भी कोई लड़की देखूं दंदनादन, something like that. It's still not an easy song to sing. So that also was, and then of course he got initially break with Gujarat House movie, Machis, and you can easily make out there are some portions only he got to sing, because he was the person who can do justice to that range, and only that's the reason he got, and that's how he started. Vishal Bhargava gave him opportunity to sing, but then he definitely, the world learned about his talent. So
yeah,
so
absolutely. So we do have some musical treats for you, Sundar Yega. I hope you're enjoying the show. And of course, he will live on. I mean, I think he's one of those voices that will live on like the original KK of Indian cinema,
Yeah.
in the hearts of many people from that generation and from this generation as well, because his music actually spans. It talks to you even today. Like a song like Pal, which came out in 1999,
Yes.
even today, and Yaro, which came out then, even today is a farewell song at parties. You know, like it's at college parties and college socials and things like that. So,
Yes, yes,
and then
absolutely.
and his voice had this unbelievable freshness to it.
Yep.
And जैसे आल्तू ने कहा कि you know there's a certain authenticity to the voice. It's not like he's trying to sound like something. It's just him.
Yeah.
And it's him all the way out
Exactly.
there. You know, that's I think that makes you, and I think that was the specialty of Kishore Kumar also, right? So he wasn't trying to be somebody when he was trying to sing a song. It's just he brought his personality into the song. So I think that's what matters. And yeah, indeed, a humongous loss to the music industry in general, I think. So, Sundari sir, we have some wonderful music lined up. We'll try to play little bits of it, because obviously it is just a tribute and a commentary that
And
we
we
can
already
do.
have been flagged twice
Oh, really?
by T-Series.
Oh, really?
But anyway, we're going to do what we're going to do because we love doing it. That's all. Simple and plain, right?
Yeah.
Pranabji? True?
Oh, yeah. And before I go, I forgot about one movie. It was a Hrithik Roshan movie, Kite. There are a couple of songs in
Oh,
the movie.
yes.
I think
Dil Ki
Kite,
Ye Mera.
he only one song in Kite, right?
No, there's no song in Kite.
Zindagi do pal ki.
Yes, and then there's other song called Dil Ki Ye Mera Shor Kare.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Shor
Yeah.
kare. Okay, fine. But
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Pranabji
sir.
Sundarega. Okay, sure.
Sundarega, sir. Thank
But
you
you know,
so much.
Falzani, I'll tell you one thing. I want to bring attention to something here which is very, very important about this to keep track of, right? Ever since we started off our shows almost 13 years ago, we always thought of actually enriching your lives, making sure that you're healthy and hale and healthy for sure, because we wanted to keep laughing, we wanted to keep smiling, be happy, and subscribe to anything which doesn't actually give you heartaches, you know, like, and also give you those kind of moments where you get anger or too much of the, you know, right? Because we want to make sure that health is something which you got to focus on. I'm telling this because this is the news. We don't know. There's still speculations to what exactly happened with this in KK's case, but the whole first reports came out was the fact that he had a heart attack.
Yeah, that he had a cardiac arrest.
Yeah, and this is not the first time. We're hearing many of these artists who actually are from our industry itself, who are pretty young and died of cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Maybe Punit Rajkumar, who just passed on last year, a few months ago.
Yeah.
And just before that also, one more Indian Kannada superstar who actually was a youngster in the mid-30s who passed off because of his heart issues.
Yeah.
And many more. So it just brings light to the fact that, you know, how much we have taken heart health for granted.
Correct.
Right, and why I'm saying this is because the fact that this is, it's a sad thing, but also something which is a word of caution for everybody out here to try to stay healthy as possible. You know, and yes, tension, stress रहता है जिंदगी में. Yeah, do what you love, most importantly, and again, also tells you very, what should I say, a very चौंकने वाली चीज जो होती है ना कि or something which is like you never know what's going to happen next.
Correct.
Life is too short, so be kind to people around you and see if you can actually, instead of breaking relationships, try to build relationships and try to be, stay happy that way, right? And you don't get the second chance, is not going to get it again. Once it's gone, it's gone. You're not going to get them back again. So just be mindful of that part of it. And of course, we are coming to the close of our show. We have a few minutes more because I think we'll have play some nice songs of his, probably, right, Falzani?
Yeah.
Before we close out. But of course, if you want to call us in the meanwhile, the number is 408-912-2479, 408-912-2479. If you want to do a video call, even that's available right now, you can give us a call here. But you have to be a part of our inner circle to be able to get the link for the video call. And how do you become an inner circle? No, we're not keeping you away. There's a scrolling going on right now below there on the below screen. If you look at it's coming right now here. It's 408-660-6753. Message us there. Send us a WhatsApp message saying that you want to join on the video call, and they will send you the link to actually start dialing into our video lines over here with them. And yes, today's special show we're doing as a tribute for KK, as Krishnakumar Kunnath. Of course, we all fondly know him as KK, giving us some wonderful songs in the span of, I would say, 25 years in the industry. We are celebrating 30 years of Akshay Kumar industry, but I think we should celebrate 25 years of KK, which is more valuable than Akshay Kumar's presentation. I'm really sorry about that, Banjan. I also love Akshay Kumar, but I think sad part is we need to remember that fact of the other artists also who actually make these movies memorable for us. And KK is one of those people. Though he has not written the song, he has sung the song, delivered the song to us that we like and we love. And may his soul rest in peace and strength to the family for sure.
So Abhi Banjan, we just talked about KK Saab. Those of you who have been watching us on Facebook, you can also follow us on Instagram. Altu Faltu is our handle, and also on Twitter. You can watch us live as well, and you can watch us on YouTube live. Altu,
sure.
Are we broadcasting live on YouTube too?
Yes, we are.
And on our Radio Dihori's app, Banjan, you can download the app, iOS and Android Pay. Android Pay actually can even watch the video feed, right?
Yeah.
So right now we talked about जैसे KK साहब का 2008 में वो album निकला ना. We've heard a lot of songs of KK, but let's listen to a private song. It's an English ballad. It's a rock ballad called Cineraria. You want to try to listen to that, Altu Baba?
Sure.
It is actually his own music apparently, and Sony released this. And it's from the album called Humsafar. So the lyricist is Mehboob Alam Kotwal, and the song is called Cineraria, and it's sung by KK himself.
Is there another place in the sun where you and I could be together, love? Tell me, why is it so hard for you and I? At times alone I sit and wonder. It's all that I can think about every day and night. We were so in love just yesterday. All the promises and walks under the moonlight, and now they seem just like a dream. A dream I wanna live, the one I wanna wake up to. Won't you come to me? In the morning light, sifting through the trees.
What do you think, Altu Baba?
Very nice.
This is a private album of his, which was the album called Humsafar. And during that time, KK Saab also did, there's another song from the same album called, I think, Asma Ke. You want to listen to a little bit of that?
Before that, here's a small recording of one of the people who had a live feed of his.
From his last concert, Banjan, in Calcutta.
And of course, Banjan, that was a little bit of his previous last concert. We can actually have some more clippings of people crowdsourcing it. Do you want to see more of it, or no? Just go on the song, because right now we come to close of a show already, by the way.
Yeah, we'll play you little clips of some of the other songs that we have of his, Banjan, which you would rarely get to hear. You can actually look it up, and then you can listen to this on repeat. So here is a song called Asma Ke from his album, which came out in 2008.
आसमां के है सारे तारे, है मेरा चांद कहाँ? आंखें हैं नम, दिल में है गम, हो कुछ तो रहम खुदा. मेरे प्यार से मेरा, सुन ले मेरी 4 दिन जिंदगी गम है बेपनाह ये दिल मेरा हो गया दर्द बेदवा बेरंग है मेरा जहां किस्मत मेरी सजा जरा आसमां के हैं सारे तारे है मेरा
This is again another private song that he sang, and एक हमारे प्रणब जी ने बताया था कि के का जो झनकार बीच का एक गाना है आल्तू बाबा, which is called तू आशिकी है, that became like a roaring success at one time. But there is a what we will play for you is a recomposed version. It was done for Coke Studio Banjan with the Carnatic fusion in it.
Nice.
So सुनिएगा, enjoy कीजिएगा. This is a beautiful version of the song, so you will hear a lot of other fusion music as well. It's conceived and created by Leslie Lewis Bandajan, the person who gave him the break, the original break. Another beautiful rearrangement for the Jan of another amazing song of KK, which is Tu Aashiki Hai. And of course, aise dekha jaye, his life is kind of the chronicle of his life is incomplete because he left us too soon. You know, somebody who just started giving us songs from 1999. I mean, it's not even 30 years in the industry. You know, and not even, I mean, the
Not
amount.
in a whole 2 decades. If you look
Yeah,
at it, right?
yeah. If you, it is really, really sad that we don't have him anymore. There's beautiful, beautiful songs, and one thing that he always apparently. He always was somebody who stayed out of the limelight, so to speak. He is known as a family man. He was very dedicated to his wife. And in fact, he says the only real job he ever held was as a sales or marketing executive for 6 months, because his in-laws said that you know, you're unemployed. If you want to marry our daughter, you should have a job. So even he got a job in 1991 for 6 months. He got a job at Jeeps just to marry her. And then he got married to her and he quit the job in 6 months. And then she said it, team. That was how the saga of music started for him. And you know, he you know, till I think his most recent interviews also, he gives total credit to having a supportive partner. who kind of like encouraged his music and stuff. You know, we can play you a bunch of KK songs with जो popular गाने हैं जो already हम सुन चुके हैं, वो तो आप कहीं से भी download करके सुन सकते हो, right? But we're going to leave you with this final Gana Bridjan, but there is Alto Baba. If you actually in your messages, I had sent you a link of a video, a live video that somebody had captured. One of the audience members had captured from the concert, and it's so. I mean, you know, it makes you, when you realize that he actually sang this as his last song. It kind of, you know, it gives you goosebumps when you think about it. So this is where he sings the song Vanajan at Nasrul Munch in Kolkata. This is the song that he sang. So if you can, we're going to try to play you the video clip where you can see the audience singing along with him. So सुनिएगा, अभी आने वाला है. We're going to play you that, and then we'll be closing out, of course, with his iconic कल रहे हम रहे या ना रहे कल, that with that particular song. So here you go. This is the. Do we have the clip ready, Alto?
Yes, we have it.
Yeah.
Right now.
We're trying to get the clip lined up for you, Banajan, because this is all something that we sourced today. When we got the news, we were trying to see what we could put together. So here you go. So this was a song from his last concert, Banajan, and he went out singing this particular song. Much after that, not much longer after that, in fact, KK sir left our realm. वो यहाँ पे नहीं रहे, हमें ज़रूर याद आएंगे उनके जो गानों के पल है. And he will live on in our hearts, in the hearts of those who loved his music, who loved his voice, and loved him for what he was and what he brought to our industry. It's a humongous loss. While we grieve, we also celebrate everything that he stood for. The love for music, the love of mankind. He was supposed to be one of the kindest and the sweetest musicians ever. So suniega, enjoy kijega. And KK sir, tribute and hats off to you for everything that you gave us. Rest in music.
मिल जाए तो होगी खुशनसीबी, हम रहे या ना रहे याद आएंगे ये पल. हम रहे या ना रहे कल, कल याद आएंगे ये पल, पल ये है प्यार के पल. चल आ मेरे संग चल, चल सोचे क्या छोटी सी है जिंदगी. कल मिल जाए तो होगी खुशनसीबी, हम रहे या ना रहे याद आएंगे
You are listening to Radio D Hotties, powered by Mahima Creations.